This is Dr. Wysong. This series of videos on the big questions of life will show where each one of us is led if we dare to leave behind preconceived ideas and see where reason and evidence lead. The Anthropic universe. Over and over throughout the universe, natural relationships and laws come together to create millions of circumstances perfect for the existence and continuation of life on Earth. We would not be alive for another second even if it were not for the billions of coordinated events that occur so perfectly in our bodies. Outside the body, throughout the universe, synchrony must occur for us to exist as well. The universe is put together so perfectly, so anthropically, as it is called, to accommodate us. Here's a few examples. Protons and neutrons are held together by strong nuclear forces. A weaker force would have meant no atoms could have ever been formed. A 2% reduction in the strong nuclear force would mean the only atom in the universe would be hydrogen. If the force were stronger, all the free protons in the universe would have been mopped up, preventing the formation of atoms, and of course us. If electrons did not spin and hold their negativity, or nuclei did not hold their precise positive charge, all atoms would either collapse or fly apart. By the way, think about this. What powers an atom, and what happens to it when it runs out of power? And when does that happen? I'm just asking. I don't know, and apparently nobody else does either. We just take these little miraculous atomic nano-perpetual motion machines for granted. If gravity were not extremely weak compared to nuclear forces and electromagnetism, 1 followed by 40 zeros times weaker, life could not exist. Life is impossible toward the center or heel of our galaxy. It can only happen 2/3 the distance to the center of a galaxy, such as the place where Earth is. The sun must be of a certain size. If it's too big and hot, it incinerates life. If it is too small, it's not hot enough to accommodate life. If Earth were closer to the sun, the tidal forces would break the rotational period and life would not be possible. That's what makes Mercury and Venus inhospitable. Their rotational periods are several months due to their proximity to the sun. If the Earth required more or less than 24 hours to rotate on its axis, life would not be possible. A quicker spin would yield too many hurricanes and tornadoes. A slower spin would make the planet too frigid at night and too hot during the day. At present, it's spinning at about 1,000 miles per hour, yet we don't fly off. Our moon is just the right size and distance from the Earth to stabilize its rotational axis to 23.5 degrees, making the ideal conditions for life to exist. Any change in any of these lunar, tidal, Earth circumstances, and life on Earth would not be possible. If Jupiter was not present, and it was not so massive, and it wasn't 5 times more distant from the sun than us, the gravitational pull of Jupiter would not shield the Earth from most cosmic collisions. Earth experiences just the right amount of rain, winter, summer, volcanoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, and other natural phenomena to create a planet environmentally diverse and regenerating, yet stable enough for life to exist. The exact position of Earth in the galaxy is necessary for it to have enough heavy elements for life. For example, fluorine, an essential element, requires a very special galaxy, like ours, that has a white dwarf binary star, like ours. If there was a Big Bang and it had been a billionth more powerful, galaxies and life could not exist. If the rate of the universe's expansion 1 second after the Big Bang had been smaller or even 1 part in 100 billion, it would have collapsed into a fireball. And that, what I've just listed, just that only begins what could be enumerated. The interconnected intricacy of the universe, like the interconnected intricacy of living things, is irreducibly complex. It cannot evolve piecemeal. The countless ongoing events to accommodate existence as we know it are not only impossible materialistically, they're terrifying. Just think as you read this that you are on a spaceship ball, hurtling through space at 1.5 million miles an hour, surrounded by countless galaxies black holes, nebulous stars, planets, moons, and rocks going at similar speed. Our situation is so precarious. It's a miracle that we all don't just vanish at any second. But we don't, and we haven't. Humility, not hubris, is in order when we come to understand that this phantasmagoric universe machine, that no human can claim any credit for, hums along for a second, much less for supposed evolutionary billions of years.
Thank you for listening. Keep in mind that solving the big questions requires foundations upon which truthful answers can be built. So please work through the series sequentially. This information has taken decades of research, thought, and writing. Aside from the peace of mind the solutions have brought me, the only reward I seek is hearing that it's helped you. Feel free to contact me with any comments or questions at asifThinkingMatters.com.